difficult, right? It's difficult because when we get home from work, we have all this time and freedom to go to sleep whenever we want, read books, whatever books we want, not cook or cook our favorite dishes, or take long showers, or go running, or to the gym, or have personal prayer time, or, as I said, go to sleep early. It's difficult because it gives us all this freedom and all this extra time to devote to discovering and developing ourselves by putting our fingers into different pies, or pies that we love, one pie that we love. It gives us extra time to try things and fail and fall, and maybe even gives us time to be a little bit confused. It gives us time to discover ourselves and, perfect our talent. It's difficult because it gives us all this time to spend with so many people, men and women who benefit from our presence and involvement in their lives, who benefit from us making time for them, who really need us and are happy that we can, come after work and say, yeah, sure, we can meet up with you however long hours you need, and we can just have all this extra time with all these people, all of these friends that we can have, and people's lives who we can change. It's difficult because some of these people are really, really vulnerable people. People who need a lot of hours of help, a lot of hours of time spent together, and we're the people who are available because we're single, we have extra time, and we have all the time in the world, and we're the people they come to. We are the people who can change their lives. It's difficult because we spend a lot of time with ourselves in an empty bed where we can spread our arms out or our legs and not be disturbed by snoring or body heat or someone's strange sleeping hours. It means we can spend a lot of time learning how to enjoy our own company, and as a result truly learning who we are and how to love ourselves and be at peace with who we are and what we are. Being single is so difficult, right? It's not. It is not difficult unless you make it difficult. You make it difficult when you only think about being single all the time and plan your activities and your prayer around finding a husband and boyfriend so that you can come home from work and all you think about is what you do not have. Instead of practicing that guitar you have, or listening to the radio show that you love, or reading a book that you've always wanted to read, you're just moaning and groaning about what could be but isn't. You make it difficult when you neglect yourself because you're spending all this time praying and thinking about how great your husband is, but you forget the fact that you're underdeveloped and your career isn't solidified and you don't really know what you want to do and who you are and what your calling is. You neglect the need for personal prayer because you're always praying about your husband, but you forget that you really need the prayer yourself. You neglect the gift you have of time and you waste it. You waste the time thinking about what you don't have. You make it difficult because you spend all the time with others talking about your future husband and about your wedding and what your husband's going to be like and what you want him to be like and what your wedding is going to be like, and then moaning and groaning about how frustrated you are that he hasn't come yet and that you're this age, 20 something, and you're still not married and you still don't have a boyfriend and life is so depressing, and you fill up all this time you spend with others and they're bored or they're just frustrated or they're just like, shut up. And you're not developing strong relationships with the people who are around you because you're so busy trying to build a relationship with someone who doesn't exist yet or is not there yet. You make it difficult because you go out looking all the time for that person, everywhere and anywhere, and when a guy comes up who is 1% maybe like that person, maybe, ooh, he can make a good husband, you just obsess. You start obsessing, you start becoming needy and desperate, and that always is so obvious, and being needy and desperate is so unattractive, so it probably will end up in rejection, which, oh my gosh, that's going to add to your frustration, right? Another rejection. And no one likes someone who's desperate and pushy and then depressed because they're rejected. So it just gets worse. You get more sad and you get more moany and more groany, and you make it difficult because you miss out. Plain and simple, you miss out. You miss out on life. You miss out on the ability, the opportunity to bring light to other people because you don't have light yourself because you're so, just caught up in this darkness of what you don't have, envying other people who have it, and you can't help people who have much greater problems than not having a husband because you are so caught up in your little trivial problem, and you make it difficult because you don't love yourself. And you can't bear to spend time with yourself. You can't bear a lifetime with yourself. You need a man to complete. You need a man so that your life can start. Yet your life is now. It is not then when your husband appears. You have to live your life now, but you don't know how to live it because your husband is the means, the ends to your means, and he's your everything, and your life is nothing without him. You're completely missing out, and you just don't love yourself. The Apostle Paul says in 1 Corinthians 7:26-35 that for this world in its present form is passing away. I would like you to be free from concern. An unmarried man is concerned about the Lord's affairs, how he can please the Lord. But a married man is concerned about the affairs of the world, how he can please his wife, and his interests are divided. An unmarried woman or virgin is concerned about the Lord's affairs. Her aim is to be devoted to the Lord in body and spirit, but a married woman is concerned about the affairs of this world, how she can please her husband. I am saying this for your own good, not to restrict you, but that you may live in a right way in undivided devotion to the Lord. You make it difficult because you make marriage your everything. It's your heaven, it's your God, it's your idol, it's your solution to loneliness. It's the very thing that will give you your worth. It's the ends to your means, it's your all in all. It's your heaven on earth, but there is no heaven on earth. This earth is passing. And for non-Christians, it's the same. If you took the time to find out what your talents are and what your purpose is in the society and the world, and you'll be so overwhelmed by the beauty of the world and by all the things that you could do for people and yourself that you won't have time to think about what you don't have. Because the risk is that you run is that when you do get married, that marriage will consume all of your time, and you will try to find happiness in that marriage, and you won't, because to be honest, a marriage set on the basis of two people completing each other and being the source of each other's happiness is set for immense, complete, and devastating failure. Ladies and men, live in the now. Being single is great. It's great because it's your current situation, not likely to change in this very moment. It is great because it is being, not wanting to be. It is what you are now, so be, and be the best you can be now. Live your life with all your heart, and you will have no space for want or desperation. Stop making it difficult to be single, and open your eyes and live your life now.